So photo quality, it's so fun doing what I do because I see very similar properties, and I can see in the data some properties do extremely well and some don't do as well. And a lot of it comes down to just better photos, better pictures. And this is the simple thing you've probably been told every time you go to a webinar or a conference is photos matter. And what we see time and time again, this is the number of reason travelers book. And as we go through this, Instagram nation, people are looking for Instagrammable properties. The girlfriend wants to take the picture at the property. Like the preamble to that is seeing the pictures in the listing before they book, because they're going to share that property with their friends, other people in the group. So really focus on how can we show this property in the best light. That's making sure you turn on the hot tub, jets on. Make sure you turn the lights on when you're taking maybe a backyard photo with the lights on. Stuff like that. It's the simple things. I do recommend getting a photographer to actually do it. Although everyone's cell phones can now perfectly take pictures, but I'm terrible at staging photos, according to my girlfriend. So maybe find a photographer to take care of stuff for you.
Sam, do you have any commentary around the importance of the image caption or the image description? I know a lot of times we advise property managers around, take that, 123 underscore JPEG out there and, put something compelling about the image. Do you have any insights around the importance of doing that?
I'm not sure which Sam we were talking about, but yeah.
That's my fault. Sam Remington, since you were talking on it.
Okay. Because you can put in descriptions, and you should. Because here again, we don't want questions, we want bookings. Yeah. So you should label, this is this bedroom, this is that bathroom. Because if you're going with a big group, they need to figure out how the property is laid out with just the photos. So add those captions to it. And you can also think of, like, you're not just selling the property, you're selling a vacation, you're selling an experience. Yeah. So let's say you have a 2-bedroom condo. You don't need a ton of pictures to show that, but you could add photos of things around. Like maybe there's a really good restaurant just down the street. Maybe there is an amusement park. Maybe you're right on the beach. Those pictures do really well. And for the thumbnail, our website is a big popularity contest. The more bookings you get, the more popular you are. And something you can kind of do for fun is do a mock search, and you'll see what other people are picking for their thumbnails, and you'll see some themes. And maybe those themes need to match your theme. I also recommend, there might be some debate on this, but I recommend pulling out some of your dishes and pots and pans and taking a picture of that as well. Because we do know travelers care a lot about the stove, the oven, the kitchen when they're making a booking. Just showing them exactly what all they have to play with, I think is useful.
Yeah.
I will add on the photo descriptions. I think most people, first place they go is the image carousel, right? They might not even make it down to your description. So this is your chance to describe your listing within the photos, because I think the younger the generation goes, the less time they're spending on a listing or on the site. And we have numbers that show that sometimes people look through 4 or 5 photos and they abandon that listing. So just another opportunity for you to sell using the photo descriptions.
Well, and specifically, it's an opportunity for you to sell in the context of an image that helps the guest visualize themselves on vacation in that home, right? Because when they're reading the description, it's a little bit more abstract. You've gone beyond the photo gallery, you're reading text. When you're looking at text alongside the images, you're telling a story about the property, and that's compelling, or it could be compelling.
And Sam was talking a little bit earlier about how important mobile is, and just think that's how people are going to be viewing your photos. A lot of people are going to be scrolling on their mobile phone, going through them.